The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Problem with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 4. Nasdaq is up 18. S&Ps are up 2.5. Gold down $1, 13.02. We got silver down 3 cents, $16.91. Light sweet crude up 66 cents, $66.26. We got API 4:30 this afternoon.
Yep.
Notes and bonds, 10-year note down 3 ticks, 119.10, 30-year bond off 6, 142.20. Now both of those, they pulled back 2 days, couple ticks, but no juice, no one's selling them. So we'll see where this Fed statement's coming tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, they start their meeting today, and we'll get the action tomorrow, and then we get retail sales on Thursday too, which will be a big number for sure.
And we had CPI this morning. I heard your update,
yeah,
right?
0.2%, pretty much in line. Yeah.
You got the dollar trading at 93.600 to the euro's at 117.86 to $1 US. Yen is out here at 110.25 to $1 US. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, and don't forget, folks, every trading day right here, you want to understand option strategies upside down, futures, bottom line, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, outstanding show, and you can get it right at TFNN. You're listening to your radio. Remember, you can just go to YouTube, just put TFNN, subscribe. It's great. In fact, this morning, it's interesting, folks, if you do that, I guess there's good and bad with it, but if you do that, I'm driving to work this morning, and I'm listening to your update. It just popped up.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you mean it just popped up?
I don't know. Just on my phone, it started talking to me, and it was.
No, that's not going to happen. For everyone out there, that's not going to happen to you. I don't know what's going on with his phone. He's going to work out his technology woes, but that's not how the world works in 2018. Your phone just doesn't start talking to you if you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what happens in my car, folks.
Yeah, there's technology wonder.
Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Tommy, help him.
I try, Kevin. I fight the good fight. I mean, you hear it like I do. I don't know what's going on with it.
Hey,
I don't know how it turned on. It just turned on. Well, no, it's a little bit more than that.
Hey, then I got to hear Larry and Mr. Z. It went from one to another.
Hey, it worked out well. Gotta love it.
I have good gremlins in my car, Kevin. They only turn on to TFNN.
There we go. There we go.
There you go. So, a bunch of things happened, and the market they all came in exactly in line, except the small business optimism. That was a pretty hot number, Tom.
Okay.
I saw that one. They were looking for 105.3, came in 107.8, the second highest number in history.
Okay.
That's a good number.
Yeah. This number. So, small business still firing on all cylinders here, and optimistic about the future. That's even more important.
It is.
Besides
Nice.
CPI in line across the board. Red Book came in a little better. That's chain store sales, and
Yes.
Retail, 4.3% Red Book. That's a good number. But all in all, we're waiting for tomorrow, guys.
Yeah.
We're waiting for comments. We're waiting for the number to come out. Now that we're through this hurdle of Tuesday, I think tomorrow is all about that 36-hour window where the FOMC, the ECB, and the Bank of Japan all coming out with interest rates.
I know, man. That's pretty intense,
Yeah, so that should put a little volatility in some of the bond markets.
Yeah. What's amazing is that, and, we start picking it up, meaning all of us, maybe about a month and a half ago, right? Some of these retailers, they not only come off the bottom, man, they come off the bottom with some real conviction, right?
Yeah.
And did you see Restoration Hardware this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Big numbers coming out of some of these things.
And, when I saw Restoration Hardware, so picture this, there's a 35% short position, but it's
Wow.
up $50 in 2 days.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
And the numbers are right.
Pretty speechless. Yeah, no, that's quite a move
And
for.
you know, Restoration Hardware, folks, it's a beautiful store, but that's an expensive store. It's
I
like
agree.
it's, you know, so it's intriguing.
Not a low price discounter
It is
for sure.
Yeah. So
to put it easily.
The cool thing is that, you know, when we're just talking about the economy, I think people are loosening up and they still have the cash flow, and I don't see people being over their head, meaning they haven't hawked their houses yet. You know, I guess it's gone up. I mean, the credit has gone up, but I still haven't seen a cycle that people are saying, yeah, I'm going to, you know, refinance and go buy a boat.
No, it's a little different with the rates, though, as in they're inching up versus.
Oh, which is serious.
It's a little different as to that cycle of being able to refinance, I think, as to
Yeah,
whether
well,
we
that's
see
good.
taking cash out.
That's my point. That's
Right,
good because
right.
if the economy's going along and people are not using borrowed money, that's good.
Hey,
That's
somebody's spending cash at Restoration Hardware,
Yeah.
man. That is quite a number.
seriously, man. Seriously, right? Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think what you have going on here is an economy that is growing, but not, and the CPI number showed it, it's not overheating, right? It's going up at a moderate pace, pretty much void of any real inflation fears, and that's what's fueling this. So sure, you've got bonds, you know, selling off it. They hit 3.1. They came back down to the 2.8 level. Now they're starting to creep up towards 3% again, and everyone seems pretty much comfortable with 3%. Now the
Yes.
stock value of 3% 10-year yield, not as big as it used to be.
No, it seems that it's been on a slow basis. I mean,
Yeah.
when we got that first, you know, from January to March, it was pretty quick. But we all get, if it's slow, bottom line, everyone will get used to it.
Sure.
I guess
Exactly right.
the wild card's going to be, you know, what are the Feds going to do? I want to hear. I think we'll hear inside that statement the correlation about some of these currencies blowing up. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's Brazil, whether it's Indonesia, you know, because some of those emerging markets, man, that's some serious business. And the real question is going to be how much do our banks have of that debt? Do you know what I'm saying? Because they issued so much dollar debt, and you know, we'll see who owns it.
Conference Tom is going to start tomorrow with, "Good afternoon, Mr. Powell. Very nice to see you. 3 or 4 rate hikes. 3 or 4. Tell us."
Yeah.
You know, they're
Yeah.
going to go right. I think that'll be a lot of it, because I think that's the really unknown going forward is he going to do 3 or 4? And if he's doing 3, which is he skipping, SEP or DEF?
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I think they're going to really try and pound away on him and get an answer from, is how many rate hikes for this year.
Yeah, because we got a lot of time left in the year.
Hey, it's June.
Yeah.
Right? You know, we're gonna get one, and then where are the other 2, or where's the other
Yeah.
one? Right.
And September, they could lay down for a couple of months, but September could be on the agenda, you know. So
Historically, they've always raised in December the last few years. But so are you saying if it's 3 that you're going to do September and not December? I don't know. That sounds pretty interesting.
that's dangerous. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep
Believe
getting
me.
CPI data with 2.2% on annual. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no doubt, man. No doubt. Well, you know, bottom line is that there's nothing like the options in the futures market, and I suspect we get a little sideways market until probably we start coming up to that 2 o'clock time frame tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure. Absolutely right. I think everyone knows what the decision is, but that press conference after and some of the data that they'll release.
Yeah, this one seems like a real crucial one, the statement.
For those reasons we talked
Yeah,
about, where we
totally.
got a lot of time left in the year, and if
Huge.
it's just one hike, man, we'll see. Yeah.
One hike, man.
Yeah, it seems like it's maybe 2 coming after that. Yeah.
Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now, great program. Kevin, you have a great one, a safe one. Look forward to the program in 45 minutes.
Having me on, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 11. You get the Nasdaq up 16. S&Ps are up 1.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Darryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute. We haven't talked with Darryl for a while.
Gotta love it.
Well, we actually have talked to him, but I'm not on the air. Darryl Martin, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. So we got lots of information coming out this week. We get the Fed tomorrow at 2 o'clock. What are you looking at out here to trade coming into this meeting?
Coming into the meeting, I'll be looking at obviously FX pairs.
Okay.
So euro dollar will be a big one, pound dollar.
Yes.
Obviously it's one of the simplest things to be able to take advantage of dollar interest. Of course, interest rates you can trade on the future side. So ZN, the massive liquidity that's actually been higher than the S&P on the future side, and then of course on the forex side, trade those very liquid pairs, hop in, hop out. And I like to hop in like right after the announcement comes out.
Okay.
Going into the announcement, a lot of times there's just so much implied volatility in the options.
Oh, this is good to know, particularly if we take a look at the Nadex platform, because the premiums will be built in before the fact. Yeah,
Oh, definitely.
And then,
right. Like any news event, yeah.
which is so cool. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. So the IV will be like just so high.
Yes.
And the activity is so crazy. Like right there, right when it opens up, or
Yeah.
the announcement drops at 2 o'clock, the things just go nuts. But you still get a lot of really good movement after it.
Yes.
So especially for about 10 to 15 minutes after, you can have some nice moves you can take advantage of. And the IV dropped down a little bit, so you can actually get better pricing. Because that IV it's like air in the balloon, just makes it a lot more expensive.
Sure.
And if you're trading on Nadex and you're trading a binary and there's a whole lot of expected movement, it'll push all the prices on the strike ladder towards the center.
Okay.
So it'll push them more towards 50.
Okay.
So the contract that maybe normally $10 will be like, $40. And you'll see it on the strike ladder. You'll see prices are, like 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 versus having an actual, big difference in price will be very small. And sometimes you'll even see it like 48, 46.
And folks, which is cool here, as Daryl's speaking, if you haven't test driven the Nadex platform, this is going to be a great time to do it, because you can watch, number one, you can watch that the premiums are higher before the fact. You can watch the acceleration or depreciation on these contracts afterwards. So
Definitely.
you can get to really see how these things can move.
Definitely. And you have some live quotes in there as well. We always talk about
Oh, yeah.
You can follow the market action at 2 o'clock as they're
Right.
releasing statement. And then, of course, right in line with retail sales coming out Thursday, seeing what the market's doing for sure.
Man, and then you get the Central Bank of
ECB, right?
ECB,
Yep.
and then Japan also.
Okay.
That's about as so. Yeah,
Banks across the
It was a
globe.
fantastic day to trade when you get every one of those just coming in one out right after the other. So it's
Yeah.
a fantastic way to trade it.
and
And it's a crazy thing to trade, but it's awesome if you can trade with defined risk options that you can actually grab some nice movement on.
yes.
And that's why I trade them on Nadex.
And as we've seen when we're doing these volatility trades for the oil and the gas, the bottom line is that when you get volatility, man, they move both ways.
Definitely.
And that's what is pretty so cool about the aspect of when this statement comes out. Because I just said to Tommy, I think the statement's going to really move a lot of people.
And there's so much news, we're jumping past it. You have oil tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
At
10:30
going on.
Right.
So lots on there.
Yeah, it's a stacked trading day. So
Stacked trading day.
And a lot of people, I've actually seen a lot of traders, like in rooms and stuff, where they'll be like, "Oh, the volatility is too high," and they'll want to back away. That's really where, that's sort of the days you actually should be almost training for as you're trading, is to trade those high volatility days. That's where the money's made. Of course, it also could be where it's lost. But if you go in there and you use something defined risk,
Yes.
and maybe you have an opinion. Maybe you think they're going to raise it, they're going to lower it, they're going to leave it the same, or whatever. Or maybe you just want to go in and go on both sides of the trade, and you want to do a long and a short at the same time. Those are all options, which is the beauty of trading Nadex
Sure.
options.
And in that same basis, I'm glad you brought up the fact that you wait till afterwards, because you can still do a volatility trade, but wait till afterwards.
Definitely, and
Yeah.
especially if that much premium is priced into it too.
Right.
That's the key. That
Right.
and that's where when we set up those oil trades, sometimes we'll say, you know what, this is an expensive day.
Yes.
There's maybe too much intrinsic value on one side, along with a heavy load of premium. We say, man, you need a big move here just to break even, right?
Right.
But yeah, sometimes they'll be more affordable, right? But like we're talking about, there's a lot going on. There's probably going to be a lot of volatility premium priced into the defined risk options for sure.
Exactly. And so, and sometimes that premium is so high that, there's even other strategies that are more advanced for those who, are more familiar with them.
Sure.
And you can go in there and you can actually be on the other side and collect that premium.
Right.
Yes.
So, it's like some people go, "Oh, these are too expensive. I don't want to trade this," because there's just way too much premium in there. And that, that can be the right move. But if there's actually way too much from your experience, then you just go in and you hop on the other side.
Yeah.
And you be the premium collector
Yeah.
versus the premium payer. So, always see those things. If you're like, that's something that's way too expensive for me to trade because it's just not expensive as in too big for my account, but just as expensive as in too much premium.
Sure.
Don't ever forget you can be the other guy. You can be
And
the
what's so
third
cool
seller.
about that inside the Nadex platform is that it's still a defined risk.
Right.
You're still putting, okay,
Right.
you collect it, and you can lose it, but the bottom line is that it's defined. You're not going to lose more than you just put up.
Sure.
Which is a huge
Right, it's
deal.
not like doing a naked call or a naked put.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
defined.
Ahead of a
Yeah,
news event
exactly.
like that, of
Yeah.
all things too.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can see, this dollar has been basically struggling. We've been at the same place, I don't know, 2.5, 3 weeks right now. As, the euro basically, is going sideways, so these things are these things are going to be moving, man.
Yeah, everything could be woke up tomorrow. So, yeah. So you got like the euro coming out, the yen coming out, oil coming out, and then the Fed coming out for the dollar. So, it's a perfect time to trade. And you can hop in there. You can trade them live. You can trade them demo as well. So, if you go check that out.
And what we're going to have is that this bond move, like the last 2 days, the 10-year note, 30-year bond, have been back two or three ticks, but there's no conviction behind the move. And if there's a shocker that comes out, and either the shocker would be, I guess the shocker would be, is it 4 or 3? It's almost like 4 seems so many, but we're only halfway through the year.
Yeah. If they say 3, that means like 1 left, right?
Yeah.
And that seems like that would be light.
It would be. And
but then 2 seems like it would be a little tough.
Yeah, it seems inconceivable. Exactly.
Right, no.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
The market will tell us when they find out as to what the expectation really was in terms of what they decide.
I'll tell you. Pretty amazing.
Well, there's so many things going into that decision, with the trade wars happening and everything else.
There really
and the economy booming and all the reports coming out positive.
Yeah.
They're going to have a harder time justifying not raising the rate with all the positive reports coming out.
I agree. You just got inflation data. I mean, it's kind of, pushing forward. It's definitely not coming up light, as in 0.2%. I think it was annualized like 2.2, maybe 2.4. So what are they waiting for if you're not going to raise?
And we know the internet keeps bringing prices down. Yeah. So that's up.
You can even trade that on Nadex. They have the event as well. So
I love it. Well, listen, man, we appreciate it. That's our man, Mr. Darryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute. Darryl, you have a great one and a safe one.
You too.
Good to talk to you, man. Take care.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Darryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 19, Nasdaq's up 13, S&P's the flat, and I had to pull this one up. So there it is right here. Look at this. This is Nobu, right?
Nobu.
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 Come on, we've been there.
Yeah.
We've been there in beautiful Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and this, if you've never been there, folks, it's amazing.
It is, and they have more than just the one at Caesars. I think they have one in Miami. They actually have two in Las Vegas, right there. Amazing restaurant. I mean, just amazing food. Yeah, so check that out. What are they aiming for? 1 billion sales. So what in revenue? What it expects to reach 1 billion in revenue in 5 years. It adds to condos to its growing empire. So what? 1 billion in revenue in 5 years. So that's
a key to step as the company's growth was the first foray into condo market with 660 units and 36 luxury hotel suites atop
Nobu in Toronto.
And Toronto, which Toronto is on fire.
Yes, definitely.
So look at that. It's sold out in 3 months. Oh, my God.
They started with a sushi restaurant in New York, and they have now 40 locations. That's why I actually, so including London and Las Vegas, I actually am surprised that it's that low. Are they talking about $1 billion revenue over 5 years, like $200 million a year? I mean, I don't know. That's what
Just pull it back up again. Let's see the other side of it. How this.
So here's Nobu Hospitality hopes to complete their Toronto project. So it's going to cost them $231 million. Let's see, Nobu Resort. It just said 5 years. So let's see what it says back at the top. Expects to reach 1 billion in revenue. That's got to be annual revenue
I would say
in
so,
5 years as it adds.
Right. And the real question is if the 1 billion in revenue also considers the real estate. That's
I think so.
That's not a lot.
That's why I'm seeing these numbers.
Right.
And you know, if you have a Las Vegas restaurant that's a marquee restaurant in a place like Caesar's Palace, and you're charging boku bucks for any meal, and justifiably, it was one of the best meals we've had. You know, and the ambience there is amazing. But yeah, those numbers. I mean, it's staggering what they can pull in. Tao. So Tao, if people know, that is the club/restaurant at Venetian.
Okay.
And they also have, I believe, a huge New York Tao there as well. And the Las Vegas one is the highest grossing restaurant, I believe, in the world. It's at least in the country. And it's because they combine the restaurant, which is amazing, and then they get to include their club revenue in that.
And that's the club, well, all those clubs. The bottles cost so much money.
Yeah,
the private rooms.
For sure. Right. And there, you know, that's the big club at the Venetian, which of course is another amazing hotel in Vegas. But they do a lot of sushi, and they put a, what do they put? What kind of, like an Asian theme on it? Or I'm trying to remember exactly how they phrase the Nobu. We'll have to pull it up. But, you know, I like seafood. I'm not like a seafood freak, you know, but everything was amazing. It really was.
It was. Yeah.
We were there with our man Andy Hecht, right?
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. I didn't, you know, I forgot that Robert De Niro was one of the founders.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's quite a high-end
that place
chain.
rocks. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, I want to go back over to Restoration Hardware because I want to show what you're going to have out here, folks, is this. So picture this. This is considered 100% wipeout for a short position. I want to show you just. So if we go back to only, what, 3, 6?
May 31st.
Yeah. 8 trading days
Call
ago.
it June 1st, even better. We're in this month. 11,
So, on June 1st, the stock's trading at $99. Okay, so.
Yeah, really 96 to put it even more. 96. But right, to make it easy for math, you could call it 100.
So bottom line is that if people are short in the stock, which is, when I show you the short position, it's insane.
35%.
35%.
Pretty crazy.
So bottom line is that at $50 up, you're a wipeout, right?
Because you're on margin, is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So what you're going to see out here, you know, we probably already seen it right now, and I think it probably started last night. When I was on the air last night, I suspect that the broker-dealer community was calling those shots in ASAP.
There were a few phone calls I could imagine, right?
And so what we have here is that, you know, you're up $35, which sounds insane, okay? But watch this. When you actually see, is one thing saying 35%, but then you say there's a 6.8 million shares shot out of 21.
It's staggering, right?
It is.
Yeah. And so look at, I mean, the average, you know, days to cover, 10.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of buying.
And what we'll see is that I suspect, you know, a lot of it's going to be covered today, and it's going to be covered by the broker-dealer community, not by the actual traders that are in it. They'll,
they're just going to close them out.
They got
it, right? I mean, that type of move. And, it's up $35 from today, but like you said, I mean, it was up 20% in the 6-7 trading days prior to that.
Right. So, and yesterday, see how big it went up yesterday, too.
I mean, you're talking about on Friday.
Have you been to the Restoration Hardware in Tampa?
I have, yeah.
Is it nice?
Yes, yeah, it's beautiful.
Because that's one of their premier stores.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, man.
Definitely.
So, you can. What's going to be intriguing is that, what happens, folks, is that you have all different time frames. It depends on how big the accounts are as to what they.
It's be pretty big, man.
It's got to be huge.
A full wipeout.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Can we go into what exactly their numbers were?
Yeah.
To see what kind of earnings they're putting out there to crush the market at that level. So there you go.
Yeah. So their comp sales they thought were going to be down 0.9%, and they were up 1%.
That's always nice.
Yeah. Earnings per share was $1.33, so they upped. Looks like they upped. Yeah, they upped the second quarter. That's even more intense.
Yeah,
they have upped the second quarter.
And fiscal year. Keep going, though. You got it right. So they were looking for 150 in the second quarter. Now they're going 170 to 177.
Yeah.
They're looking for 592 on the year, and they bumped that. They could come in at 683 on the high end.
Another buck higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big number.
Definitely.
It's a big number because everything's so expensive there, man.
Yes.
That's, it's like, okay, so that cash is going...
So check this out in terms of, we won't even jump in, but just we talk about volatility and what's priced into it, right?
Yeah.
Option markets were expecting a big surprise here, one way or the other. Look at that, imply a 21%, we'll call it 20.9% move. Options pricing was implying.
That's so cool.
That is a big move. So they were ready for a little bit of volatility, I guess, in those numbers, the option market, and pretty remarkable that you still crushed it. But that's where you want to look at where the stock could move 21%. You might not have even made money if you're buying those options. To speak to what we were talking to Daryl a little bit about.
Well, you've heard me tell Kevin Hinks before. I
was thinking of it when Daryl was talking about it.
Totally. I will never forget, man. I think it was Dell calls or puts I had, man. I thought I was in the money, the biggest, and I was flat. It was like,
you pay so much money,
no!
And all that premium gets sucked out right afterwards, and the premium gets sucked out. You make it up in intrinsic value because it moves in your direction. But you end up breaking even, and you say the stock just moved $8 in my direction or something. And
that's about as intense as you can get, man.
Definitely.
There's no doubt.
How about oil? Can we jump to
totally.
oil? Because we had a little bit of volatility in that market as well today.
So we get the, with crude right now, intraday. Yeah, we got a low of 65.87. They're getting a buck movement. That's every day. It's moving a buck.
Quite a run yesterday.
Yesterday was huge.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I mean, pretty remarkable for sure. And today we're near those highs.
65 to 66.50.
You got it.
Wow. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials trading down 34. NASDAQ is up 14. S&Ps are flat. Coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials down 14, Nasdaq up 20, S&P's up 1.5. We're getting a little movement. Those markets are moving around a bit. We have a great guest for you, folks, a new guest at TFNN. We have Gail Mercer. Gail runs tradershelpdesk.com. Gail Mercer, welcome to TFNN.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Gail, and Traders Help Desk.
Well, I've been a trader for a little over 15 years now. I started out with a company that actually programmed indicators for TradeStation and NinjaTrader and multi-charts.
Cool.
And I just fell in love with the markets.
Once you're hooked, you're done.
Yeah, you are. I started out trading Forex because I worked full-time.
Okay.
And so I started trading Asia and London, and that's primarily what I still trade today.
Nice. I'll have to get you.
So what are your hours like at that?
Yeah.
I get up every morning about 3 o'clock in
Okay.
the morning, Eastern time, and I trade usually until about 11 o'clock, and then usually around 8 o'clock I'll start looking at the markets again.
Nice.
That's cool. That's cool. So in the Nadex platform, if we go and take a look at that Nadex platform, I mean, we were talking a little bit about what do you like trading inside the Nadex platform?
I love Forex, and I love the 2-hour binaries and the daily binaries. I just think they're wonderful products to trade. I'm not much of a weekly trader, but it's just my personality. You know, I'm not really good at staying with something long term. But I do trade some indices, just not a lot of them.
Well, when you trade the currencies, you don't need anything else. The currency market's the biggest market in the world, right? I mean, that's you know what's intriguing is that you must have loved it when Nadex came out, because as a currency trader, right, the risk and the leverage has always been huge, but the difference in a Nadex product is that you don't have a wipeout scenario.
Well, that's true. I was actually trading during the wipeout of the Swiss National Bank, and I was actually trading current spot forex.
Okay.
And it was devastating. And I was not in the Swiss franc. I was actually in the euro yen.
Okay.
And I actually made a lot of money, but it could have worked against me. So
Right.
you're right. I absolutely fell in love with Nadex.
And what is your style? What is your trading style?
Typically, I'm more of a scalper. I use
Okay.
a 15-minute chart. I go in from anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. And a lot of times I'll be out of my position within about 30 minutes.
And even with the binaries, you just need some quick movement because they'd snap up and down pretty quickly also, right?
Right. And I use a lot of hidden divergence, and that's a momentum move. So it is really quick. Either you're right or you're wrong. And I use out of the money. So normally I'm getting anywhere from 1 to 1.2, 1.5 on my risk to reward ratio.
Yes.
So it works out really well.
Yeah.
Now, so Gail, I know you do some writing over at the Nadex Market News site. Tom and I were over there this morning, and you have an article up there this morning, which is timely enough. We weren't even sure. So you're talking about a plethora, and we were talking about this with a couple of market reports this week. So what are you looking at this week in terms of opportunities out there? We know we have so much in terms of Fed decision, of course, tomorrow. That can affect those currency markets. And, of course, ECB we're talking about, Japan Bank as well. Tell us about a little bit about what you put together over there for that article. It seems like it's very timely.
Yes, I think we're going to have some major moves off of the FOMC meeting tomorrow. That's one of the quad announcements that they do. So I think we're going to have a huge movement off of that. But I don't think it's necessarily going to be off the USD JPY. I think you're going to probably get more movement off of the euro dollar and the British pound dollar. You know, historically, the euro and the British pound will move more than the USD JPY.
Yeah,
so I'm
interesting.
looking to trade those two.
And when I was just going to say, so when you're trading those binaries, it's great. So and they trade out of 100, of course. So if you're looking for a better than 1-to-1, so are you getting in somewhere around maybe 35 or 40, where it's slightly out of the money? Is that the type of opportunities you're?
Well, on that one, historically, the euro dollar is going to move about 80 pips.
Okay.
So, I mean, you could actually go out 4 or 5 strikes.
Nice.
And you're getting $15 to $25 on your risk.
Nice.
Now, the British pound, you could go out about 3 strikes because it's a 30 pip strike width. So you could easily go out about 3 strikes, but still you're within probably 15 to 25 in risk.
Nice. And we know how those move. I mean,
Right.
we don't trade them in the Forex as much. We love them in gold sometimes.
Right.
And that's a similar story where you can be 3-4 strike prices out of the money in gold, and you only need $3 to $4 of movement, which is a realistic move, which is what you want.
is.
And then I think
It
that's
is.
what, yeah, pretty cool.
Exactly. Gold is one of them that I typically trade during non-farm employment.
Nice.
Because gold is the one that moves the most, not the currencies. You know, you can get a huge move in gold and maybe a 50 pip move on the euro. So I would
Yes.
rather go over and trade the gold.
We'll have to get you,
You know,
on for
I-
one of those days. You like
yeah,
those?
see,
No,
I love
know.
those too, Gail. And what happens is that I'm always watching the dollar and the euro for the gold. That you know, it's like, and it's really sweet, folks. Doesn't mean you're going to be right, but it's really sweet when one of them's not moving. I think that's what you're talking about. That you can trade off that divergence. Like, okay, hold it, man. It's only going to be a matter. It's going to
Yes.
move because fundamentally
They
it
gotta
has to move.
correlate.
One of them's one. Yeah,
Right.
Definitely.
Exactly. And that's what I'm looking for is maybe a hidden divergence or a trend divergence that says, you know, this is probably the market bottom or the market top.
Yes.
And it quite often it will happen right before market report.
It seems it. Yeah,
Yes,
you
oh,
know,
for
that's
sure.
that's a great point, Gail. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So sometimes it's like, oh, was it really that easy? That like, yeah, you know, we get a market report. Okay, so we're gonna get a change of trend now. It's like, okay, you know.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So tell us
Well-
about Traders Help Desk a little bit, Gail. We know that you have a great website over there. We were checking that out as well, and you do some writing for the Nadex market site. But tell us a little bit about Traders Help Desk. We have about a minute left to go in this interview.
Well, Traders Help Desk is actually there to help both new traders and experienced traders learn how to trade the markets using, you know, price patterns, in divergence, candlestick patterns, and volume analysis. And, some of the topics can be quite complex. And we try to break it down so that regardless of your trading experience, you can actually learn to trade markets. And there's no better way than Nadex binaries.
And,
in my opinion, of course.
And it's going to be wild. You're going to get me trading these.
Watch out, baby.
No, you're going to get me trading. You're going to get me trading the binaries. I'll try because
I nudge you sometimes on the gold, and this is what I say to him, Gail, because he'll be in a spread, and I'll say, man, you were directionally trading that.
Right.
You were looking for like a $5 move.
Right.
And if that's your move, man, just like, Gail, you're talking about, you could get a binary at 15, 20.
At a better price.
That's at a better risk reward because you're really only looking for a $5, $6 move.
Right.
Whereas in the spread, you might have exposure for $20. But man, the risk rewards on some of those binaries on those days in particular that we look at.
There's no doubt.
Oh, I love trading the market reports because you can limit your risk using the Nadex products.
Well, listen, we really appreciate you coming on. Look forward to having you again, Gail. You have a great one and a safe one.
Oh, thank you. You too, Tom.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Gail.
Okay. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. 877-927-6648. Coming right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 16, Nasdaq up 22, S&P's up 1.5, and
That was a great interview, man.
Yeah,
That
I
was.
can't wait to. I'm going to look at those. I'm going to look at them tomorrow too.
We were
right?
talking about it during the break, right? Yeah, so just as a reminder, too, and we look forward to having more of these contributors on
Yes.
in terms of writers, so you can always get over to the Nadex Market News website right under TFNN Breaking News, and you jump over here. They post a lot of the top-of-the-hour updates that we do. They post some of those news analysis with crude oil. You have a lot of great writers, and there's Gail's article right up there, plethora of market reports. If people want to check that out, they can check it out right now from this morning. And then you have Jason Paff, who we had on yesterday,
Oh, cool.
who's up there as well, talking about Bitcoin and create volatility.
Oh, that's a new one
That's
today.
an article from today as well.
Yeah.
So check that out. Lots of great articles on there, and that's why I look forward. And we're going to shoot for having 1040, some more guests, bringing some
Right.
good content on here. We're excited for it. That was great, Jason, yesterday, and we're setting up interviews every day. Should be good. We got a lot of market action to talk about, so
Oh,
these
this-
guests are going to have plenty to add to the discussion.
There's a little fight going on out here. This whole silver, bottom line just is off on its own, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's at the high end of the range.
Definitely.
Gold, we'll see whether it's going to drag it up. I like how it's trading right now. It rejected that 1296 again. You're at 1303.
Yeah.
That dollar, I guess we just got to wait till 2 o'clock, man.
2 o'clock
2
tomorrow.
o'clock tomorrow. See where this whole baby
It's a
goes.
lot of time, man. No, it's not that long. We'll see. Bless
Excuse
you.
me, folks.
There you go.
It is a lot of time. Coming into the summer, this is going to be pretty wild. So let me just
Yeah,
see.
I don't think anybody's jetting for the Hamptons
Not
before
yet.
Thursday, at least.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So we're at 2.961
Okay.
on the 10-year.
Okay. See
Stay-
where we are tomorrow.
Exactly.
Right, by the close.
Exactly. Stay right there, folks. Good swim lessons coming up next. Then we got our man Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and our man Mr. Andy Heck. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.